The train yard lay forgotten, a relic of a bygone era. Once bustling with life and activity, it now stood silent and desolate. A graveyard of steel and rust where time had etched its mark on every surface. The metal, once gleaming and strong, now corroded and fragile. Weeds choked the tracks, twisting between forgotten rails as nature slowly reclaimed what man had abandoned. The green tendrils of life intertwined with the cold, hard steel. Locomotives stood silent, hollow eyes staring into the dusk. These giants of the past, now mere shadows of their former glory, whispered tales of journeys long forgotten. This place held secrets, dark and cold. Every corner seemed to hide a story, every shadow a memory of a time when the tracks were alive with the sound of wheels and whistles. The air hung heavy, thick with the smell of damp earth and decay. The mist rose from the ground, wrapping the yard in a shroud of mystery and melancholy. Shadows stretched, long and thin as the sun dipped below the horizon. The fading light cast an eerie glow, making the abandoned yard seem even more ghostly. A place lost to time, haunted by memories. Or worse. The iron graveyard stood as a testament to the relentless march of time, a silent witness to the passage of years and the stories left untold. A figure emerged from the gloom, old man, face weathered like leather, eyes deep set and dark followed your every move. At his side, a dog, gray, almost white. A low growl rumbled in its chest. "You shouldn't be here," the old man rasped, voice dry as dust. "This place, it remembers." He shuffled past, his warning echoing in the stillness. The dog's eyes never left you. Local stories whispered of a tragedy, a train crash decades ago, scores lost, their souls, they said, remained, trapped, searching for peace, or release. The wind howled through the broken windows of the carriages, carrying with it whispers, moans, the mournful cries of something not at peace, or someone. Section 4, The Midnight Express. A tale whispered among the locals, a story that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who dares to listen. The old man's words echoed in your mind, each syllable dripping with a sense of foreboding. His eyes, filled with a lifetime of secrets, seemed to bore into your soul. A chill ran down your spine. You turned to leave, but the weight of his story clung to you, making every step feel like a struggle against an unseen force. But as you did, a sound. A distant rumble, growing louder. It was as if the very ground beneath you was coming alive, vibrating with an ominous energy. A train whistle pierced the night, sharp and haunting. It was a sound that seemed to come from another time, another world. You swore there was no track. The old overgrown rails lay silent and forgotten, swallowed by time and nature. No engine, just the sound. The platform was deserted, yet you felt an invisible presence, watching, waiting, and the feeling of something rushing past you, cold and unseen. It was as if the very air had turned to ice, brushing against your skin. The Midnight Express, they called it. A ghostly apparition, a train that never truly left, forever bound to its spectral tracks. Section 5, Eternal Silence. Silence descended once more, heavy and absolute. The kind of silence that wraps around you, suffocating, pressing in from all sides. It was as if the world itself had taken a breath and forgotten to exhale. The train, the sound, gone. Had you imagined it? The clatter of wheels on tracks, the distant whistle, all vanished into the night. The platform stood empty, a ghost of its former self. The old man and his dog vanished too. You were alone, or so you thought. Their departure left an unsettling void, a space where life once was, now filled with nothing but shadows and whispers. The air grew colder still. Each breath you took was a struggle, the cold seeping into your bones, making you shiver uncontrollably. The frost on the track seemed to glisten with a life of its own. Something watched you from the shadows. You could feel its eyes on you, piercing through the darkness, making the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. You could feel its presence, cold and hungry. It was as if the very air around you was alive, breathing, waiting for you to make a move. You fled, the feeling of dread clinging to you. Your footsteps echoed in the silence, each step a reminder of the danger lurking just out of sight. The fog seemed to close in around you, making it hard to see, hard to breathe. Some places, some secrets, are best left undisturbed. The warning signs were clear, but curiosity had led you here. Now, it was time to leave, to escape before the silence claimed you too. The train yard would keep its secrets. The rusted tracks and abandoned trains held stories of their own, stories that were never meant to be uncovered, and the souls trapped within, forever. They were the guardians of the silence, the keepers of the secrets, bound to the train yard for all eternity.